Today's a pretty nerve-wracking day. We're cutting a 4-inch hole in the bed of our truck. So let me explain. If you've watched our last few videos, you know that we have been searching for a new camper over the past 2 months. We have gone between travel trailers and fifth wheels, and ultimately we have decided on a 28-foot fifth wheel trailer. But since our truck is not equipped with the factory fifth wheel prep option, we do have to install a fifth wheel hitch. After multiple hours of research, we have landed on the B&W turnover ball system with the fifth wheel hitch component. So today, that's what we're going to be installing. The one thing about the fifth wheel hitch is we are going to be losing most of the truck bed space for storing items, but I think we're going to have plenty of storage space in the camper for all the stuff that used to go in the bed of the truck. We don't have the hitch yet, it comes tomorrow, but people have said it's like a 6-hour installation, and today we can at least get the hole cut and some of the items underneath the truck removed. That way it's prepped and ready for when it delivers tomorrow. Today's Sunday, hitch comes on Monday, and we're supposed to be picking up our camper on Wednesday. So we don't have a ton of time, and we need to get most of this stuff ready to go today.
If you're wondering, I'm here too. I'm just going to be Connor's assistant to hand him whatever he needs to make it easier. He's done a lot of research about installing this hitch, so I have no doubts that he's going to do a great job, but I do understand that it is very nerve-wracking cutting a hole into our truck bed. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited for our camper. But this is step one.
We're gonna hope that we can keep our tri-fold tonneau cover. We'll know better tomorrow once the hitch comes, but I think it's gonna have enough space to clear. That way, whenever we unhitch the camper, we can still fold the bed cover over and kind of keep a few things in here. But we are gonna have to remove this bed mat. We actually used it from our old truck, so we haven't paid anything for it in a few years. And unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna work with this hitch. So let's get this out real quick. So without the actual hitch here, the only things that we can do today are remove the spare tire, remove the 2 heat shields required, and cut the 4-inch hole in the bed, which honestly, the 4-inch hole in the bed is the scariest part. So I'm glad to get that over with today. That way, whenever the hitch comes tomorrow, depending on what time it arrives, we can at least get the gooseneck part mounted, and then we can build the actual fifth wheel hitch frame itself on Tuesday if we need to. So 3-day process. Hopefully we can do it all in 2. First step is getting this spare tire off, and funny enough, these GMCs have like a little lock for the spare tire, which is kind of cool. You just use the actual key, and it pulls the lock out.
I was just about to say, I hope we have the key.
Interesting.
Actually, kind of fancy.
Yeah, it's really nice actually. This tire is so heavy that you can't really get it any other way. We're not going to do like a fully detailed installation video. There are great videos of that online through eTrailer. That's where we bought the hitch from. What they say is that lots of this installation would be a lot easier if the truck is up on a lift. We don't have a lift though, so I'm going to be doing everything laying on the ground, holding things up with my hands, which is going to be fun. Spare tire's out. Now we just need to get 2 heat shields removed, and then we can cut the hole in the bed. Second heat shield, it was much easier to go through the carpet fender liners, so I had to take those 3 bolts out, but I'll need those out tomorrow anyway. And that's the last step of things to remove. Now we get to measure and cut the hole.
Ah!
Crazy.
I don't know if anyone else is a little bit nervous watching this, but I think you should be. Just kidding. Connor's gonna do a great job, but it is our truck, so we are quite nervous to put a big hole in it.
So basically this has to be centered on the bed and located right above the axle where the gooseball turnover hitch thing mounts, and it has to be pretty precise. We do have to take into account the fact that there's a spray and bed liner, so I'm going to add 1/8 of an inch to the 37 1/8 inches, bringing it to 37 inches and 1/4. I'm going to measure it with 2 different tape measures. Looks pretty similar. Some tape measures are a little different, a little off. Okay, so I have the center here marked. I'm gonna measure it one more time and then drill it with a really small pilot hole, measure it all again. That way if I need to move it at all, it's much easier to do with a tiny drill bit than a bigger one. And at that point, just cut the hole, I guess, which is super fun.
Not nerve-wracking at all.
No.
No. First hole.
Step 1.
For reference, this is the hole size. saw a little spark there. You can smell it.
Simple as that. Just drill the hole. You sure you want to do a fifth wheel?
Nah, I'm actually not interested anymore.
That's all right. Just pull a gooseneck trailer at this point. Okay, so that's all we can do today. The 4-inch hole is cut and it has been touched up with paint. We will see you guys at the shop tomorrow afternoon when our hitch finally gets delivered. Good morning on day 2 and hopefully full install day. I'm just waiting right now for the delivery driver to get here, but this is gonna come on a pallet. So I'm gonna get the tractor fired up and hook on the pallet forks and just kind of have it waiting down at the end of the driveway here. That way, whenever it arrives, we can get it back here and get to work as quickly as possible. All right, driver just dropped off our hitch. I'm gonna back the truck up in here and we're gonna start the install. Okay, these are all the pieces here for the gooseneck turnover ball assembly. This is the main frame that connects the frame of the truck into that hole that we cut in the bed yesterday. So really all of the weight gets put on this, and then the fifth wheel hitch just slides into this mounting point right here, and that's all there is to it. I have watched the installation video a few times, which I think is a huge help because I kind of know what parts are going to go where, but there's also good old-fashioned instructions in here. So get these opened up, figure out what step 1 is, and go from there. 2 more bolts to go. 2 of these were a pain in the ass.
Beep.
But this install is almost done.
Woohoo!
There's only half of it though.
Give him some thumbs up. He's doing so good.
My beer is gonna taste so good.
Okay, hello. It is about 7:30, I think. Connor's been working since 12:30, so long day here. I have something to do in the morning, so we need to get this heavy piece in the truck. Connor thought we could maybe lift it together, and there's just no way. I tried to pick it up, and no. So we're gonna try to get the tractor over here underneath to lift it up, to put it in the bed, and then Connor and I can hopefully scoot it. There's just no way we're gonna pick it up and lift it onto the truck, so let's hope this works. Voila, take a bow.
Hopefully, we don't have to take this out at all to install the top hitch part. Kind of got ahead of myself, but I don't think we do. It all mounts right here.
I don't know how anyone would do that without a tractor or something to lift it, because that thing was heavy. Heavy. Hopefully that means it's heavy duty too.
Thanks for your help.
I didn't do much, but moral sport.
We have the slider hitch at least sitting in the turnover ball system. The turnover is 100% installed. This is, well, the hard part's out of the way. Now I just have to mount the actual coupler, and that makes it a lot easier. So we're gonna call this a night, go have some dinner. I'll be back here tomorrow to finish this up, and it's getting me excited because this is one step closer to our next camper.
Yay! 48 hours, we're gonna have a fifth wheel.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Day 3, final day, installing our fifth wheel hitch and getting this truck ready for us to go pick up our new camper tomorrow. How exciting.
I'm very excited.
Should be a much simpler installation day today. All we have to do is build the actual kingpin coupler thing on top of the hitch, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're gonna get right into that. We don't have the exact measurements for the camper, so I'm just gonna set it at a very neutral position. That way, hopefully it's good enough whenever we back up to the camper tomorrow. And then once we get it back to the shop here and start going through everything, I'll actually set the correct height and dimensions. So, ready?
I'm ready.
Day 3.
Woo!
Get done. It's funny, we never were able to really use the multi-function tailgate because the actual bottom portion here would hit the hitch and dent the tailgate. But now that we don't have the hitch in, we can use it. And this is great because my back is very sore from yesterday, spending almost all afternoon under the truck. And now we get a nice step. Woohoo! Kind of cool. One of my flaws when it comes to doing work and stuff like this on vehicles and equipment is I go through a bunch of gloves, and then at the worst time I always don't have gloves on, so my fingers stay black for like weeks at a time. But these Harbor Freight gloves, they're like the 9mm workman's gloves, are amazing. I wore one pair all day yesterday. I didn't rip them at all. Of course, I still didn't wear them whenever it was the most waxy and staining on my fingers, but try to wear them today. They actually feel like my fingers, which is nice. All right, let's get this started. So these are the arms that sit in the actual hitch itself, and it has multiple adjustment points to get the coupler in the correct height. But like I mentioned earlier, we're just gonna set it up and back. That way we know we're gonna have plenty of clearance for this camper. But for now, this is gonna be good enough. And we'll bring some tools with us. That way if we really need to adjust it tomorrow, we can. But I think we're gonna be just fine. Guess I should read the instructions. Boring. I actually ended up going with the rearmost middle height position. They're super easy to adjust, so we'll just bring our tools with us tomorrow and we can change that if needed. Let me go ahead and torque all these bolts down. That way, if it works, we're ready to drive. I finally got to pick up a torque wrench. I don't know if I told you guys that the other day. We'll leave this in our Amazon description, but I've been wanting one of these for a long time, and this is a good excuse to buy one. We've done all we can do. Only thing left is to set the actual coupler onto the mount, and then secure it down. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, grab that black handle.
Okay.
We've got it set. We're gonna adjust some things, but for now, this is it.
Yay!
It's crazy. Now that our fifth wheel hitch is installed, we are driving down to Port Austin, Michigan to pick up our next camper.
Today is the day we are going to pick up our new to us fifth wheel.
This is crazy. We were stuck in analysis paralysis for the last like 2 months because we could not figure out what we wanted and what camper we were going to buy next. And we're actually gonna be picking up the 2014 Fox Mountain 235. Hopefully when we get there, it's as good as we remembered it to be. And it's just gonna be a 4-hour learn how to drive a fifth wheel test on the way back up to the cabin.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We're not sure if it's clean or kind of what's coming with it. And there are some tests that Connor and I want to do when we get there. We made a checklist on our way down just to make sure we remember everything. And I'm excited. I hope we love it as much as we think we do. I mean, it's a big purchase for us, so fingers crossed.
It's something new.
Something very new. Let's do it!
We're 5 minutes away from Joanne's house to pick up our new camper, and the excitement and nerves are definitely kicking in. Never pulled a fifth wheel before, so the fact that we have to pull this 4 hours back up north is gonna be a nice test. Thankfully, most of it is just back roads and interstate, so it should be pretty easy, but it's gonna be a lot of firsts today.
We're taking you guys along with it all. Hopefully, this isn't going to go to a similar situation that we did when we first got our trailer. If you guys ever watched that video, we just forgot to fill up our water, didn't dump the tank. It was a mess. We felt like such rookies. So hopefully today is a little bit smoother than that, but maybe some laughs along the way.
Okay.
We made it. Initial thoughts?
That's just nerve-wracking. I mean, there is some delamination on the walls, but every camper we've looked at has had that. So we'll just have to go through and check all the seams and make sure that those are all good to go. But it seems to be a pretty common thing.
Do you still like it?
I think
Even
so.
with your nerves?
Yeah, I think so. Do you still like it?
I still like it. I was just going around the outside making sure, like he is, just there's nothing I missed or anything like that. It definitely still needs a nice clean. There are lots of spider webs on the outside, which that's fine. I'm very nervous just walking around it. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe we're pulling this big thing. hey, we're trying something new. Hopefully it works.
Well, I guess this is the moment of truth. I think we're gonna do it, but we've been sitting in here like looking for something wrong, and I don't think that's the way we should be looking at this. We should be like, oh, this is exciting. It feels good, and we should do it. It's just, I'd say it's a lot of money, but it's what we traded our other camper for, basically price-wise. So, just very different.
Feel like I'm touching on the walls, trying to see if there's water damage anywhere, and just feeling just so nervous. But I am excited. That's a good point.
Do we hitch it up?
I think so.
Great.
I also don't know how to do that.
Yeah, it'll kind of set itself, right?
I think it just wants to grease it up.
When you go to an RV store, they make a nylon
Like a plate, right?
plate. You just
Yeah.
put it right up on that, and you won't have to dig around with that.
I saw that
grease.
this
Okay.
morning, and I was like, I should have ordered one of those, but of course it was a little too late.
It's so sweet. Joanne invited one of her family friends over who has a fifth wheel to help us hook it up because she knew this is our first one, and he was very helpful. Just trying to show us the ropes and everything was very nice. Helped us feel a little less nervous, but the nerves are still there. I feel butterflies in my stomach because I'm excited and nervous at the same time.
Moment of truth. See if it fits out of this garage. Should.
Just go slow. Those little fans are close.
Okay. Just yell if something's weird.
Oh God. I don't know.
Good? Great.
Good thing we didn't hit.
Alright. That way she can close the door. I'll just pull it out so she can close the door. Should be good there, right?
Guys, can you even see it? Sorry, it's really bright, but OMG. This is our new camper. We're going inside to just sign the bill of sale and hand her the cash, and we're gonna be on our way. Our first turn.
This feels weird.
How did that feel? That was a little crazy.
Definitely gonna need some adjustments on the everything to give it a little bit more space because that was kind of tight.
But that's probably the tightest turn we'll do today.
Yeah, that's definitely
And
the
that was
tightest
the
turn
first
we'll do
turn,
today. No doubt about
which
that.
is funny.
Fifth wheel owners, again, guys, if you have a fifth wheel, please leave us some helpful suggestions down in the comments. That way we
Yes.
don't go into this completely blind.
Yes. Sorry.
I'm excited.
Tips, tricks, anything. We'll take it all.
I'm excited.
Yay! Well, we'll keep you guys posted on this 4-hour drive back, and hopefully no crazy updates. Just a smooth ride back.
It's gonna be hard to hear because we have a compressor running in the background. We were running the truck with 60 PSI in the rear tires just to smooth it out on the road, and we need to get them back up to 80 because we're towing pretty heavy. So, I mean, we're starting this whole journey. We made it 4 minutes down the road, and we're airing up the tires.
It looks cute. It's nice to finally see it on the truck.
Yeah. Also going around and putting on our tire minder tire pressure sensors. That way I can monitor those while we're driving. Everything's at 65 PSI right now. That's probably about right based on the weight of this truck. I think the dry weight's like 8,000 pounds, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. We're definitely gonna be going over some cat scales soon, but at least we'll have this for the drive. Woo.
Bought a fifth wheel.
And it has a fox on it. It kind of fits. I'm excited.
Woo!
We're back in the camper.
Yay!
We got a lot of work to do though. And a long drive ahead.
A lot of work. Well, we unhooked for the first time. I didn't film it because I just felt like it was maybe a little bit too much pressure to film and also do it for the first time. But it was really easy. I actually was pleasantly surprised by how seamless that was. You just unhooked it, put it up, and pulled the truck out. Nice and easy. Of course, there's some steps that we're gonna have to make sure we remember, like keeping the tailgate down, but Connor did great. He drove all 4 hours back, so.
Honestly, I'm pretty happy with how the drive went. You can't really tell that the camper's back there, and you can in a sense that it's big and long, but the truck handled the weight great. It's definitely gonna cut our gas mileage down, probably in half from whatever the truck's unloaded. So
Yikes.
hopefully we can still get like 10 miles a gallon. That'd be okay.
Oops.
For now, I'm glad to have it off. Glad to have it here. The way we can start with all the things that we need to do. We got to clean it, organize it. I'm gonna have to wax it because it's pretty sun faded. Do all the seals around the windows and all the stuff. Check on the roof. It's gonna be a lot of work over the next couple weeks.
But we're
have our
excited.
camper.
Yay!
If you guys are excited for this next chapter, please leave us some love down in the comments, and we will see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching, guys, and excited to start this journey with you. Bye.